technology. It covers a huge range of tech tools and resources used to manage information, such as transmitting, creating, storing, sharing, and exchanging it. The scope of ICT is vast. It includes physical devices such as our phones and computers. It also includes our software such as apps and operating systems. It also covers our global connectivity such as internet and telephone systems. Now let's proceed to the evolution of information and knowledge. Information and knowledge have always been vital to society's development. In the past, information was handed down through rituals, printing, and songs. The invention of writing changed everything, followed centuries later by the printing press in 1445, which dramatically changed how information was produced and transmitted.
Information Communication Technology, or ICT's primary function or focus is to help us send and receive information more sufficiently. It helps us individuals and organizations. For an instance, us individuals can gain information from technology devices such as cell phones, computers, and even televisions or radios. It helps us to gain information that we could use in our education and that could be used in our daily lives. And for organization, ICT helps organizations to make operations more easier and to make services more effective so that we can connect and get things done. Because again, ICT's primary focus is to help us connect with other people more easily and to receive and send information more sufficiently. IT versus ICT. I know that some of you are already familiar with the word IT aside from the word ICT, but there are still a lot of people who are still confused what is the differences between the two. So now let me explain it. The word ICT, or Information Communication Technology, covers the entire forms of communication or all forms of communication. It does not only cover the computers, but also those things that helps the computers to work more effectively, such as software. So it does not only cover those things that we can see in our eyes, but it also covers what's inside in it. It covers information and communication, like the entire forms of communication. While on the other hand, IT, or Information Technology, only focuses on those technological devices that helps us to communicate with other people or to gain information. For instance, like computers, smartphones, radios, tablets, laptop, and everything that we can use or we could use to gain information. So to differentiate the two, ICT, it covers information, communication, and those technology or technological devices that is utilized to gain information, while on the other hand, IT, or Information Technology, it only covers the computers, the cell phones, the laptop, radios, and TVs that helps us to gain information. So this is the devices. Now let's have the major sub-areas of ICT. So there are three major sub-areas of ICT. First, we have information technology, telecommunication technology, and networking technology. So first, let's have information technology. So information technology deals with tools and systems that allows a computer to store, retrieve, process, analyze, and distribute data. So one of the best examples for this are the softwares that we are using in our computer. Second, we have telecommunication technology. So telecommunication technology focuses on sending and receiving information using electronic devices. And one of the best examples for this are the telephones, mobile phones, satellites, microwave communications, and internet. Lastly, we have networking technology. So networking technology connects devices and computer systems so that they can share information and resources, making communication faster and more efficient. And one of the best example for The networking technology are the Wi-Fi's or the satellites or the telecommunication or the data that we are using every day. Because if we have internet in our daily life, then we can apply that to our devices and use it to to share information and resources to other people. And we can also make communication easier and faster.
Components of an ICT system. An ICT system is made up of 6 important components. These components work together to turn data into meaningful information.
Data is the raw material of ICT. It includes facts, figures, numbers, and symbols that are entered into a computer system. By itself, data has little meaning, but once processed, it becomes useful.
Information. So, information is the result of processed data. For example, when you speak on the phone, your voice is turned into electronic signal, transmitted, processed, and then converted back into words on the other end. The transformation from raw data to meaningful output is what we call the information itself, and that is information. Hardware. So, hardware refers to the physical and tangible parts of an ICT system. So, these are the parts that we can see in our eyes. This includes computers, smartphones, routers, modern cables, memory devices, input and output devices, and other electronic equipments. And without hardware, ICT system cannot operate or software at the very first place cannot exist because this is like the body of the ICT itself.
Software. Software is the intangible part of ICT. It consists of programs and instruction that tells the hardware what to do. Examples including operating system, applications, and utility program. Hardware and software depend on each other. One cannot function properly without each other.
Procedures. Procedures are the steps and rules that guide how ICT systems are used. They explain how data is collected, processed, stored, and shared. Procedures ensure that systems work efficiently and meet users' needs.
Now, let's proceed to the people of ICT. People are the most important component of ICT. They design system, operate hardware and software, create procedures, and make decisions based on information. Without people, ICT would have no purpose. Information in human hands become knowledge.
How ICT systems work. ICT systems follow a simple cycle. The first one is input. Raw data and resources are entered. The second one is processing. Data is analyzed and transformed. The third is output. Useful information is produced. And the last one is feedback. Results are reviewed and improved. This cycle helps organizations deliver better products, services, and satisfaction.
Now let's have digital technology. So, digital technology is a foundation of modern information and communication technology or ICT. It refers to technologies that rely on computer, microprocessors, and electronic devices to create, store, process, and transmit information. And what makes digital technology unique is its use of the binary system, where all the information is presented using only two numbers, which is 0 and 1. These numbers correspond to the electronic states of computer circuits, which can only either be again 1 or 0. For an instance, if you're going to type number 5 on your mobile phones, number 5 will show up. But if you're going to use computer, behind those screen that you see in front of you, the system will encode 0101, which means number 5. And that would make sense because binary system is used in computer systems, where only numbers which is 0 and 1 is the thing that will show up or is used in computers. And because computers only understand binary numbers, all types of information such as text, numbers, image, sounds, and video must be converted into digital format. And that is the process that is called digitization. Through digitization, information is transformed into numerical codes, which is the zeros and ones. Once data is digitized, it can be stored efficiently, transmitted quickly across networks, processed accurately by computers, and reproduced without lose of quality. This is one of the main reasons digital technology is more reliable and efficient than analog technology. So all of the informations or resources such as text, numbers, images, sounds, and video must be converted into this digital number which is 0 and 1. Because again, 0 and 1 is what we use in computers. But if you want to have a symbol, for an instance, if you want a symbol 5, you have to acquire 8 bits. And those 8 bits are the numbers, which is the 0 and 1. And if you are to be able to form 8 bits, then that is what we call 1 byte. And that 1 byte itself is equal to a 1 symbol. So that is digital technology. And digital images provides a clear example of how digitization works. A digital image is made up of thousands or millions of tiny dots called pixels, short of picture elements. Each pixel contains digital information that represents color and brightness. The quality of a digital image depends on the number of pixels it has. It is measured on megapixel, where 1 megapixel equals 1 million pixel. The higher the megapixel count, the clearer and more detailed the image appears. And each pixels, by the way, each pixel has that number, or what we called earlier the bits, and those are the numbers that is from binary system, which is the 0 and 1. So digital technology has several important characteristics that makes it powerful and widely used.
Media integrity. Digital media keep its quality even when copied many times. Unlike analog media like cassette tapes, digital movie, music, and files do not become blurry or damaged when shared or copied.
Media integration. It is digital technology allows different types of media to be combined in one device.
Flexible interaction. Digital technology gives many ways for people to communicate with each other.
Transactional. It is digital technology makes buying, selling, and paying easier through the internet.
Tailoring. Digital apps and software are designed to meet the needs of users.
Editing. So editing digital tools allows user to edit photos, videos, text, and audio easily.
Digital technology has changed daily life by moving business, education, and government services online. People can now buy and sell through e-commerce, study using online platforms, and access government information and services through official website. So, di ba, kuan naman kita. In other terms, ICT daw kay nitabang naging siya sa mga tao ron, lalo na we're in the 20th century where tanan kay digitalized na. For example, education. As of right now, we are in ADM. So, teachers can now send modules via Google Classroom, Facebook, Messenger. They can make group calls, di ba? Para ka nang pwede na ka maghimog online presentation o kanang ADM ba mo ron, aparya na to ron. Now, and kanang kuan business, nanakay ka ng buy and sell sa Facebook nga market, TikTok shop, Shopee, Lazada. Next is the government services using online. For example, di ba naman gini mga app ang mga kanang mga government, for example sa DOT na sila Facebook page, di ba dito ka makabaon sa nahitabo. And kanang for another example is the kanang DOST, kung asa nimo makitan kung asa nay kanang update ron sa nabay linog, tsunami, and everything else. So that is why ICT helps the world to become more evolved and better.
Digital transformation. So, digital transformation means using digital technologies to change how people, business, and governments do things. And it also affects our daily life, work, and decision making. It also encourages organization and individual to improve their system and to adapt to new technologies to make life easier and more efficient. So digital technologies means making a change in our community to individuals and organizations to make life easier.
The rise of the 5G technology. 5G is a faster mobile network than before. It allows you to smooth video streaming, faster internet, and better connection for smartphones. Examples are watching YouTube or Netflix without buffering. Next is the dominance of artificial intelligence or AI. AI is technology that allows machines to think and act like humans. Examples are apps that suggest faster routes in traffic, di ba? Para dili ka ma-traffic, mga GPS, like something, mga inana nga app. Next is software that checks plagiarism. Examples are the nakabaw mo ng killbot niya na siya sa mga kanang laptop nga kanang mag-check og naabay kanang gisundog ba na nimo sa AI, pwede na ron. Next is the social media showing posts you like, and the last one is face recognition and phones. So di ba namgita nga kapuyan ka maghimo ka ng password bron kay kung makalimot ka, pwede na nimo gamitin imong number and even the fingerprint. Next is the cybersecurity issue. Cybersecurity is about protecting computers from kanang malicious kanang actions. For examples are hacking, stealing your personal data, and even damaging system. The goal is to keep your information safe and private. So kani siyang cybersecurity, it protects your data such as your personal na para dili gani magamit sa laing tao nga scammer baron ang imong data. Kay for example, imo barong data nga ang magamit, ikaw mo gud may mapasangin lang sa ilang game mo, which is you didn't do mo nang it's very important nga na gini cybersecurity ang mga social media platforms.